Welcome back. Today, we're jumping into a really powerful idea from Chapter 7 of the book, The Melody of Leadership. 10 Commandments Entwined in a Love Story, written by S M A Moin. We're going to talk about the one single habit that can take a leader from just good to truly exceptional. So, let's get into it.
So, what is this magic habit? I mean, what's the one thing that can really kickstart your growth, sharpen your vision, and give you a serious edge? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, but it's also incredibly profound. And to really get it, we first need to meet the person at the heart of this chapter's story.
So meet Caroline. She's just made this huge move to the UK to chase her dream of being a model. And it's happening, it's real. But all that excitement is mixed with this heavy dose of pressure. She feels this constant need to grow, not just in her job, but as a person, as the leader she knows she can be.
This question just keeps buzzing around in her head. In the middle of this brand new city and a super demanding job, she's searching for something to hold on to, a real strategy to handle it all. And then, in a quiet moment, some advice from her mentor just comes flooding back to her.
And there it is, the answer from her mentor, Kevin. It's so simple, you could almost just brush past it. But this isn't just about reading for fun. Nope. This is about reading for growth. It's a core principle, and it's tied directly to the mindset that every great leader has.
At its heart, this is all about having a growth mindset, that firm belief that your talents and abilities aren't just fixed. You can develop them, you can stretch them, you can strengthen them. And if a growth mindset is the engine of your potential, then reading is the high-octane fuel that makes that engine roar.
And here's what's so cool about it. Reading does way more than just dump facts into your brain. The book actually calls it developing your inner eyes. It builds up your intuition, it sharpens your insights. You start seeing patterns and connections that are basically invisible to everyone else. And that lets you paint a vision of the future that nobody else has seen yet.
This really creates a huge dividing line. Good leaders are always learning. They're driven by curiosity. For them, reading is all about education. But bad leaders, they act like they've already got it all figured out. They'd rather have simple entertainment. And they see a tough question not as a chance to learn, but as a direct threat to their authority.
And the difference in how they act is like night and day. A leader who reads wants to have a dialogue, to find some common ground. The non-reader? They just deliver monologues. The reader is humble because they know just how much they don't know. The non-reader is often pretty insecure and they're always trying to prove how much they do know.
And listen, this isn't just some nice idea. This is a strategy with real data behind it. Just look at this number, 60. That's the average number of books that Fortune 500 CEOs read every single year. They aren't just finding extra time, they are making the time because they get it. In a world that's changing this fast, knowledge is everything.
I mean, look no further than Bill Gates for a perfect example. He literally schedules think weeks into his year. 2 full weeks where his only job is to unplug and just read. He didn't see this as a vacation. For him, it was one of his biggest competitive advantages. This isn't a hobby, folks. It's a high-performance strategy.
Okay, so we've established that successful leaders read a lot. But how does that actually work? How does turning pages really make you a better leader? Well, as Caroline was thinking about all this, she remembered reading a Forbes article that laid it all out, connecting the dots with 5 key benefits. So the article broke it down like this. First, reading cultivates empathy, right? It lets you walk in someone else's shoes. Second, you get to learn from other people's mistakes without having to make them yourself. That's huge. Third and fourth are obvious. It drives learning and helps you absorb knowledge. But number 5 is so important. It promotes introspection, giving you the tools to look inward and really refine who you are as a leader. Now, of course, Kevin taught her that learning is a whole ecosystem. It's about observing the world, debating ideas, solving problems, and just quiet reflection. But here's the thing. Reading is the proactive habit that fuels all those other activities. It gives you the raw material, the new ideas, the surprising stories that makes all your other learning so much richer.
This quote from Margaret Fuller just nails it, doesn't it? Today, a reader, tomorrow, a leader. It's a straight line. The commitment you make to reading today is exactly what builds the foundation for the leader you'll become tomorrow. It all starts the second you open a book.
And all of this circles right back to Caroline's struggle. Feeling totally overwhelmed by everything, she pulls out Kevin's old notes. And in that moment, reading becomes so much more than just a learning exercise. It becomes her anchor. It's a comfort, and it's a way to reconnect with her purpose and remember the leader she's fighting to become.
So, I'll just leave you with this thought. If every single book is like opening a new window onto the world, giving you a new perspective, a fresh idea, a piece of history, what incredible views have you been missing out on?
Hey, thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. I hope you'll come back next week as we dive into the next chapter and another key commandment from the Melody of Leadership.